Looks like the part 2 units have the community divided. Time for another community discussion. How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We have our latest community discussion on the reveal of the Tag LR Super Saiyan Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and the Tag UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta. Quite the pick for the 11th anniversary, and one that was sort of leaked to us early on before the start of the anniversary. So our question today is, while it was expected, what are your thoughts on the part 2 reveal? Have you been able to maintain hype? Are you more hyped than you were for part 1? Is this a good choice? And did the leaks influence you in any such way? So this time for the community discussion, we're going to start over on YouTube. We always start on Twitter first. So today, let's start with our good old supporters over here on the YouTube. So from Roofy to Y, we got pure hype because of the leak. Many would have had many very contained reaction to the reveal, but because they showed those animations, they got everyone going crazy. Want them. Hope 1200 stones would be enough to get at least one. Well, I'm sure it'll be enough to get at least one. With the amount of stones coming through the anniversary in total, I'm hoping it will be. All right, and looks like you already have enough for pity, so yeah. All right, glad you're hyped for that. So low vision technology, very hyped for the part 2 characters. Can't wait to summon for him. All right, so it looks like people are maintaining hype. Taiga674, all right, good to see you again on our community discussions. Predicted UI to be an anniversary headliner, but as the format of UI and GRN. So interesting concept, right? I am definitely a big fan of doing heroes versus villains. Really helps out the teams as a whole, because there's always going to be villain missions, right? So, but well, I don't know. Is Jiren a villain? But either way, nice to see that you predicted this. All right, the exchange version works well too. Bit repetitive for Monkey Bros, but overall with it, it's fine. So yeah, I do agree. Some of these choices are a bit repetitive. I mean, it's been a little bit since we've had a true UI Goku. Well, that's not true. We got one during 9th year, right? So it's been about 2 years. So, I mean, I guess it's fair, but yeah, Super Saiyan 4 got a lot of attention last year. Not that I'm complaining, but I do understand it. All right, Irfan, we are Dokkan. We are Dokkan indeed. The real Marv, yep, and didn't realize they were leaked. That's impressive, actually, that you managed to avoid leaks. Good for you. I bet you it made that reveal oh so very much special. I mean, y'all saw my reaction. I was still pretty hyped, even though I knew it was coming, or at least had an inkling that it was coming. I don't know that I fully believed the leak, but SSJR Katsu, the waiter, more superclass slop, please. Biggest skip ever. Okay, now, context. Katsu here is superclass hater. He only plays with villain characters, so just so you context there. But, I mean, hey, you know, more stones for Frieza during GDC, right, guys? All right, DTDD, from what I've seen, they look good to the point where it makes me mad, considering they made part 1 Daima LRs look like filler units. All right, I have no stones and do not, but I do have 500 pity coins, so I'm instantly getting the UI Evo. SSG3 shafted me. I know that feeling, man. Yeah, I think we did 2K by the end of it all. Actually, no, we have pity coins, so we did 2,500. Yeah, so that's tough, but hey, at least you're gonna get the UI Goku and Evo. I'm happy for you, man. I don't know what I agree that they feel like filler units. Like, if these part 2s had just been a general part 2, they would feel amazing. But I think, not that I'm complaining about the new animations, but I really do think, it takes away from the perspective of what we actually got. Personally, I don't think the dummy units were that bad, nor do I think their animations were that bad, but I definitely understand the comparison, right? The part 2 units look amazing by far. Okay, so that's all we got over here on our community post. Looks like more people posted in the Discord and on Twitter. So why don't we head on over to Twitter now and let's see those reactions here. So first up, we got Plum here. good member of the channel, right? Great supporter. Really excited because it is a new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta with a Dokkan original animation, and from what I've seen, it looks promising. Also cool, there's homage to the 4th Anniversary LRS, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta getting new units during the anniversary, despite people disliking him. It's funny. Yeah, it is kind of funny that the only time we ever get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is when he's either with Goku or during the anniversary. Well, actually, both of those are still true. Um, but yeah, he does look good, and it is nice to have another Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to complement the Goku we got last year. So my only hope is that they do for the fours what Daima Goku does and Vegeta do for the Daima category, right? So we can keep those characters relevant throughout this year. That's my big hope for them. Moving on, Dokkan Tien Shinhan. Haven't seen you in the comments in a while, but definitely happy you're here. Okay-ish with the GT duo. Love for the Great 8 Power and GT, but another Evo Vegeta, that's just kind of dumb. I will admit, though, the quality of the animations I've seen makes me a little excited regardless of the character picks. Yeah, so I was definitely with a lot of people here on another Evo Vegeta. Not only did we have one on 6th anniversary, we did just get a new one last year with the 10th anniversary. But the more I've thought about it, the more I've sort of, I'm still not gonna like them, by the way, right? You're gonna get, I'm gonna be doing a lot of jokish hating on them, just even though I know they'll probably be phenomenal as a unit. They are, I think if they can buff the STR one, or at least do him justice in some way, I think it'll all be worth it. I think it's fair. They did fumble him so bad last year that we may as well just push forward with a new one. And I've kind of come around to that thought, I think. But I would be appreciative if they did give them some buffs, like the Diamond characters did, and like I hope for the Super Saiyan 4s, right? Make them useful, All right. Moving on, Fyrus. So Fyrus, for those that don't know, he is the guy who originally shared the leak to the global community outside of the French community. Not his fault, right? Not entirely sure how he came across the Reddit post. Yeah, so let's be clear. He didn't share it on Reddit. Somebody else shared it on Reddit, and he shared it to Twitter, and that's how a lot of the YouTubers, including myself, came across this. But right, I did ask him to explain his thoughts, and he willingly shared. So thank you, Fires. All right, firstly, the reason I posted the leaks was because I thought it was funny of them releasing another SSBE, and that it was likely not going to happen. And then time passed, and it was looking more likely every day. And then obviously the reveal had zero surprise, and I was just like, oh, okay, the leaks were true all along. It looks like we have another leaker around. Also, find it funny that a lot of people were in agreement that another SSB would be pretty bad, and now barely anybody's complaining after seeing the animation, which is understandable, but just find it funny. Secondly, the character picks are the same thing we got last anniversary and previous annies. Just seem safe and lazy from Dokkan on their end. But for me, every time they do the same character, it loses the novelty and gets predictable. Now, yes, the animations do look insane and going to summon purely based off of them, but the combination of leaks and repeated characters again and again has put him off, and sad that Dokkan will likely never attempt anything slightly different or out there for anniversary. Yeah, and no need to apologize for the rambling. I get it. I'm with you, right? I really wanted them to do the Namek for this anniversary. I felt like right after follow up the 10th, it felt like the right place to start anew, right, as we move forward. But I guess the New Horizons things make sense, and Daima made sense too. I applaud them for going Daima for part 1. Right? I know a lot of people don't appreciate that, but I applaud them for going Daima for part 1. It is out there, it is new, and again, I think they're really overhated as units. The part 2s, I agree, the choices themselves are a bit I won't say bland. I don't agree with that terminology, but I will say I agree with predictable, right? It's an anniversary, therefore we must have a Goku Vegeta. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Goku side of the animations does a fusion into a Gogeta active attack, right? Like, that would not surprise me in the slightest. Dokkan is, if anything, but predictable. So it does give me hope, though, knowing that they got this out of the way now at anniversary, even though I'm not entirely happy about it. It does open the door up for GDC to be a little more out there, hopefully, right? And we do know that something related to Namek is coming with that new mode this year. So hopefully GDC is that time, but I definitely get where you're coming from with this. All right, Nut 0066. Awful choice of characters in the animation. Will never be able to make up for it. They completely gimped the diamond characters for the sake of boring, repeated mess out. I'm fair with agreeing that it is a poor choice of characters. I mean, they're cool, right? I mean, it's Goku and Vegeta. It's never going to not be cool. But I don't agree that they get the diamond characters, right? I mean, I'm really going to push back against this idea, right? Like, I've used the diamond characters extensively. They're not that bad, right? They're still, like, Diamond Goku is still, like, third best unit in the game. Like, there's no way we can be sitting there acting like, you know, they're bad. But I could definitely feel like they put most of their animation budget. I will agree with that a lot of the animation budget, for obvious reasons, went into part 2, right? BMS, Monkey Meter is over the limit. TOP Duo is a repetition of last year. The animations are beautiful, but the poor choice is a big letdown. Not influenced in the slightest by the leaks. Fair enough. Yeah, so I'm kind of with you, right? I'm trying, I have been throughout this entire thing trying to remain unbiased, but I definitely dislike the TOP choice more than the Super Saiyan 4 choice because I have a soft spot for Super Saiyan 4. But I do agree that choosing both here, it was a big letdown. I would have honestly preferred they go with something like Beast Gohan because at least that's still newer and it hasn't been done as often, and it still fits the New Horizons theme. Like, play it to their sons or something, right? So part 1, Daima, Vegeta, and Goku, and part 2, right, Trunks and Gohan, right? Play it to their sons, and both of them get, you know, Dokkan original animations or something, right? Like something new and interesting. But I mean, again, it is what it is, and I'm sure they'll be great. Eclipse leaks are unfortunate, however, that did not stop me from feeling excitement, even if the character choices were poor. The characters, both as a tag mechanic introduced last year, along with the X Supers that look amazing. I'm just waiting for the kits in full animations. Yeah, I mean, all in all, I do think they look beautiful. And, you know, I am a fan of tags. My only beef with them being tag units is I don't want another Blues situation the year 10 situation where you have almost no incentive to use the opposite side of the card, right? They did a real good job with the Gogeta and Frieza where they gave you, depending on the team you want to run, you have incentive to use either variation of the card, but like with the Blues, you're basically in Goku just to dodge all the time, and then eventually you use Vegeta's active skill, right? You have almost no reason to use Goku's active skill, and you have almost no reason to switch into Vegeta until you're ready to use the active skill. Same goes for Rose and Zamasu, all right? And same goes for the fusions, right? Although the fusions, you kind of had to switch for a little bit to stack some defense in their meta. However, you know, I just don't think they've done it really well, with the exception of Gogeta and Golden Frieza, right? You have great incentive to use both sides of the card. My only hope is that they do that with these guys. Like, they give you an incentive to switch back and forth, right? Like, depending on what the type of the unit is or something, right? You could switch into one side that has effective against all types while still maintaining your stack. So that was my big problem with the Blues, right? Is that once you switched, you didn't stack anymore, and I think they should have maintained the stack for you deciding to switch. But the trade-off is like, okay, hey, now you're not dodging, but you're launching. You're a little bit stronger. You're a little bit more defensive. It's something they could have done to make it worth the exchange, other than just active skill turn. So hopefully they manage that. But the kits so far, or not the kits, the animations so far look good. Ninilon, very happy. Speaking gameplay wise here, the tag 4s will never release in a meta where Gap will be this prominent in their teams. If they both give enough DR and defense to GT heroes, it could help them tank normals, since essentially they all got SA nullifications. Yeah, and I mean, that's really all they need, right? Most of the GT heroes characters all have some kind of counter mechanic. So all they need is enough defense and damage reduction to handle that, right? So yeah, no, totally with you there. All right, it does look like there's some more comments. Oh, there's a lot more comments here. Okay. The team, alongside the addition of the GT Bomb, will make them the best it's ever been, and perhaps the most fun team ever with Diamond Fork, who, without speaking of other eventual ECAs and SCCAs, obviously. The tag UI and Evo giving dodge, damage reduction, and attack would also tremendously help their already stacked team. We've seen how much a few damage rate up can change a whole unit, like Damage Vegeta. They give dodge units like MUI's Tech Kaioken would be back on the menu alongside the attack boost. If they give damage reduction, STR, SSB, and NSSB would be back too. Yeah. So it'll be interesting how they handle this, right? So like I think SSBE is in a place, right? STR specifically and Kaioken Goku are kind of in a place where they can still see use. I mean, MUI is always going to be MUI and SSB as well. But the thing is I think they're still a little too low on the attack spectrum. That even if they did make a comeback, I don't know how much they could improve them to make it. But I guess it's not that much difference from Diamond Vegeta. But I mean, Diamond Vegeta's main thing was just sitting in slot 1, not doing damage, and being a tank. So I guess it could work, right? With UI Goku just being a straight up dodge tank, not really worrying about his attack. Because Tech Kaioken can hit some numbers if you play him right. The problem was he just didn't have the team to play him right? He was high risk, high reward, but she didn't have the team to even attempt the high risk. So that was his main problem. So if they can fix that somehow, right, by giving him an extra attack boost, I guess that would work. Minilan, they just need to tie up all of that with a lot of damage support to help out the team to actually get through events. They're going to be cooking. Even speaking about their inclusion in the already stacked superhero teams, yeah, and that's it. That's actually what I've been thinking about this UI Goku and Vegeta. Is like, I mean, there's practically no EZAs other than Fizz Frieza for them to focus on Tournament of Power, i.e. Universal Survival Saga or Reps of Universe 7, unless they start dipping into category super EZAs, which I don't know that they're willing to do just yet. Could be a first, but I'm not convinced, which means they might lean more into the superhero side of this, or the Realm of Gods, and actually based on some missions it seems like they might be leading Realm of Gods, which I guess is a little bit better for them, but we'll see when they come out. So I actually do expect Realm of Gods and Goku's family as their lead, but we'll see on the 14th. But yeah, really glad you're hyped there, Ninilan. So alrighty, so that brings us to our Discord. So let's pull that on up here and let's see what they got to say. Alrighty, so we are loaded up here in our Discord, and let's see what our friends here have to say. So we asked the same question here, right? So from Konaku, we honestly need Kid Buu. Yeah, no, yeah, can't argue with that. We do need another Kid Buu. From who is this? I don't know why it's not showing the full name here. All right, from Magico Uni, I think that is, right? Nothing's better than UI Goku and Tag Super Saiyan 4 units, right? From Zapshire, there's so many more sagas that could have gotten attention, like Namek, or I don't know, Majin Buu Saga, Kid Buu. Yeah, that's fair, right? We've seen that complaint a few times now, right? We could have touched on a lot of different sagas for part 2, instead of retreading, things we've done, not only for previous annies, but literally just last year. So I do understand that sentiment. Debo, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta being featured as an anniversary character for like the 5th time in speak. It is true, right? They do love putting them on the anniversary, right? All right. Let's see here. All right. From Heartstriker, personally neutral, but glad people are happy and they got their favorites. Just hope that they stop the endless crying about Team Saga. We've had enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I do get it. I think I gotta work on that a little bit too. All right, so Tag from Goku Balboa here, right? Tag UI and SSB now being a genuine unit made his night. Dying watching the stream like, oh, where's that, guys? Joking, of course. Meaning no harm. All right, so take it. But Twitter is definitely going to have a blow up. Yeah, I mean, they definitely are. I can't deny that. Didn't really care much for the leak stuff, but funny now that it became a large prediction. The Super Saiyan 4s are looking saucy. Vegeta finally getting the respect he deserves in anniversary celebrations, and I know not many people are a fan of TOP as a whole, but holy shit, are you excited for them more than GT Duo? It's the animations, the OST that played during Goku's EX Super. Post reveals do have me like, wow, knowing I can skip the Carnival banner to pity the TOP duo, no problem. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I will probably do the same. Summon on the Dokkan Fest banner for the 4s and just grab the TOP guys with pity, because Vegeta's banner did us real dirty. Angel, right? If they play the card right with the kids, could be the decision they've ever done. Just imagine GT hero allies guarding all attacks in the Vegeta side, and probably effective against all types on the Goku side, right? I was just talking about that would be a good idea. Just like the Diamond Bros. And maybe they could do the same with Tag UI and SSBE if they then STR Yukai Goku is revived. Well, let's not get too crazy here. I'll concede AGL UI, but let's not get a little too crazy with SCR UI Goku there. Free-to-play UI sign becomes slightly usable, and if they give the ability to all allies additional supers for set turns, then Fitz UI sign can really be back. There's really so many units that can EZA and SCACA from both sides, like AGL Goten and Trunks GT. Yeah, we definitely need those, right? The sub-EZAs. Tech Pan. Yeah, I would like to see Tech Pan, and LR Goku is actually in line for an EZA as well. So very, very much that could happen here. Maybe not during Anniversary, but this year, right? He's on the roster. And LR Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku could EZA this year. Fizz Shenlong and Tech Gogeta 4 Super EZAs. Golden Frieza Angel might finally EZA with STR Golden Frieza. And Gohan, so much potential. Yeah, so there's some sub EZAs that they could do for Tournament of Power. I'm still not convinced, right? Like Gogeta 4 and Fizz Omega Shenron. I'm not convinced we're going to be touching category Super EZAs. I could be wrong, and I'd be happy to be wrong, but definitely seems like that would be advancing the Super EZA clock just a little bit too much there. But we shall see. Let's see. So the free-to-play LR may be someone from Z if we might. So we might finally get the LR Kid Buu. At long last for part 2, as we had. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be. Yeah, obviously, I think he's Josh in there with the LR Kid Buu. I don't think that's going to be the part 2 LR, but there will be a part 2 free-to-play LR. It's probably going to be something like how they did with Nova Shenron. So, honestly, Tournament of Power probably needs it a little bit more, so it'll probably be something from Universal Survival Saga or Realm of Gods to go with them. Could be something crazy. Who knows, right? Maybe, who doesn't have representation from Universe 7? Pretty much everybody does. I guess Piccolo, maybe an LR Piccolo and Gohan. No, that would be weird, especially with the sub EZA. Yeah, I don't know. It's curious what they could do. Honestly, we'd have to wait and see. Or maybe, oh, dude, that would be hilarious. If it was a free LR 17 or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I definitely think the Carnival LR would benefit much more from it than the GT dudes because they're already rocking there. So. But appreciate Angel there for commenting, right? Chef, right? The pick makes absolutely no sense when they set up Buu Saga perfectly, right? We get the same characters every Anniversary. We know that everyone complains about this. And I know that Dokkan will keep pumping out Super Saiyan 4s and TOP for Anniversary anyways. It's annoying. Part 1 headliners are some of the favorite Anniversary picks and got my hopes up. And they look cool, all right? Still a Dragon Ball fan, bright colors, hype moments, but all that. But anything Buu Saga and Namek would have had my wallet instantly. Yeah, so definitely with you, all right? I don't know if they're my favorite Anniversary headliners so far. I'm still very fond of the year 7s. But I think I would... In terms of favorites, I would probably put year 8 above this. Year 8 was it was such a perfect, right, theme, I feel like. But I do, like I said earlier, I do commend them for taking the risk and going Daima Part 1. But so I definitely understand where you're coming from there, all right? And, right, I have a feeling Dokkan wasn't confident in Part 1 doing well whatsoever, so they pulled out the big money makers for Part 2 in hopes of compensating. I actually think it's the opposite. Honestly, I have at this point almost full confidence. Like GDC, these LRs were meant to be Part 1, right? And Gogeta was meant to be Part 1, right? Everything lines up for them to have been Part 1 for like Gogeta to be Part 1 for GDC, and I think things make a lot. I guess for the Anniversary, it's a little more the samey because all of these things take place after Buu Saga. But I mean, I do feel like they switched the order after knowing that everybody pretty much found out about the leak, right? It definitely makes a lot more sense that they should have been part 1 over Daima. But I commend them for taking the risk and putting Daima as part 1, for sure. Now, Ping, personally, I could care less about the leaks. However, when the leaks are some choices like these, I love these units entirely, mainly because of the 4s, but I digress. Are the Vegetas overused and overdone? Yes, 100% agree, but as long as there's effort with love and done instead of pure slop, I really don't mind. Yeah, I think that's where it comes from, right? If they were just chucking out another SDR Super Gem Blue Evolution Vegeta, this would be different, but it seems like there's being a lot more done with this, and I think that that's fair. Should the part 2 have been Majin Buu or Namek? For sure. All right, agree, it should have been. If anything, this is the best time possible for it, but same for Namek GDC, maybe Majin Buu Saga or Saiyan Day Golden Week are what I would say smarter decisions for the game, and I would take a blow on this one, right? In conclusion, completely hyped, completely ready, love the part 2 outside of the overused TP. So, I appreciate that, you're very level-headed with some of the responses, Yeah, in fact, most of the people who responded to this, very level-headed with their responses. A lot more than I can say about the rest of Twitter. So thank you guys. All right. Okay. Akil, literally no complaints here. Units look phenomenal as much as TOP as you can use a lot. Team really sucks right now and can use the buff as a Super Saiyan 4 enthusiast. Absolutely nailed the tag 4s from the initial flash. Imagine the team the 4s, GT Duo, AGLG4, LR4s, Munku, and Indigo G is really exciting. Ever since I read the leaks, I was secretly planning for it. And there's Tech Pan Easy. Yep. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Charisma, I have some favoritism for TOP, and excited for UI Sign and Blue Evolution. Vegeta and a redemption arc for SSBE, right? Super Saiyan 4s look cool, should work with all the Super Saiyan 4 units that are relevant. Both picks fit the New Horizons theme as well. I've been wanting Namek, Goku, and Frieza for several years now, but I'm hoping they show some love sooner or later, especially with how much it is shown from that fight with modern Dokkan animations. Yeah, they could definitely kill it, and I hope that they do kill it with the Dokkan original animations when they do finally do it. But I definitely see where you're coming from, right? We're all here, we're done with the TOP, like move on. But at the same time, as long as it's done well, I think it could be fun, right? And I do admit there is a degree of Aura of Harmony and hype there with a potential UI Sign and Blue Evolution, so can't argue with that. And then of course we got Ichigo here with Me Likey. Nothing more needs to be said, I suppose. So that is it, guys. That is everything you guys shared with us. Let's navigate over here back to Twitter for a second. So, guys, that is it for our video. That is our community discussion. I loved reading every single one of these responses. Most of you guys seem very happy, and even those of you that are not have been relatively level-headed about your responses, and I can very much appreciate it. I love reading that. I love hearing this. I love having this discussion. A lot of people think, right, you push back on something and it means you want to fight about it, but that's not really what we're seeing here. What we're seeing is people talk about what's going on here with the tags, their thoughts on it, and I do appreciate that, right? I love the level-headedness and people sharing what they want to say about this, both hype and or otherwise. So doesn't seem like too many people were influenced by the leaks. Most people didn't address that part of the question, and so I guess that's a good thing. Either they didn't know about it or just didn't care enough. Few people said they were hoping for the leaks to be true. Few people said it didn't bother them, but seems like a lot of people just didn't really acknowledge them, and I guess that's fine, right? So either way, guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, if you didn't get a chance to comment, why don't you go ahead and give a comment on this video and let us know your thoughts on the choice. Of course, we still have a full week until the LRs are revealed, but I would love to hear what your initial reactions are to the choices. Let us know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.